Hello, Freddy. Good morning, Bonnie and the gang. I hope you're all doing well today because I am worried about this. What exactly are you worried about? I'm worried about what we're doing today. York, it can't be that bad. What exactly are we wanting to do? Today, I want to do a tier list of 5 nights and Morros. I can hear quiet responses. Bro, what the hell? Yar, what the fuck is this all about? Whoa, Foxy, why are you swearing? Because I already know that we're all going to be arguing a lot in this. Yeah, Files and Morros is, something that FGF loves a lot because he created, but now he just wants to forget about it because apparently he thinks it, ruined his life a bit. I mean, to be fair, he still does not know how to drive yet, so, well, he does know how to drive. Well, he's still learning how to drive, which is strange because he's 18 years old, so... yeah, he does think Files and Morros slowed him down a bit about real-life developments. So, we're gonna just rank this? Yarg, yeah, why not? And this will be rated R because, oh, I'm gonna have a lot of shit things to say about some of these games. Yarhar. Okay. Let's just get this over with because, well, I want to. I don't want to be here any longer. Of course you don't want to be here. So, what are we starting off with? Well... obviously, we're going to start off with Final Fantasy Morros 1. The original. What do you think about it? It's complete shit. Excuse me, Foxy, but this is the complete beginning of the era. And I also think it's very good. Yarg, how the fuck is this even good? Tell me why the fuck now. Alright, we'll tell you. First example. It is the longest game out of them all. Yarg, that's wrong. Final Fantasy Morros 3 is the longest. Wait, you're right. It is the longest. But... it has a perfect balance between night shift and post shift. Fucking Jollibee's wannabe crappie replica type thing. Okay, yeah. It does base off a lot of Jollibees, but it does it in a more different way. Yo, how the fuck does it? Literally in nights 3 and 6, in 5, you literally just free roam to a certain area. The post nights aren't exactly that interesting. Dumbass. The post nights are actually very great. My favorite was definitely Night 3, especially when we get introduced to the Fazbear Museum. Bitch, the Fazbear Museum is literally just 3 rooms that barely even look cool. Foxy, if you're paying attention to the game, you will know that it's just a work in progress and such. And I will explain some of my best things about it. The characters' mechanics are... okay, they're ass. Their mechanics are pretty ass, but they flow well with the game, and, you know, it's not exactly boring. Boring? Literally just wait. It's literally a freaking rating game like UCN. Like, come on. Like, literally you only play with 6 characters. Actually, it's 12, but the second half of the characters are literally just only for the custom, which is also, I think, the best part about it. Yeah, I do love how the custom is literally like Treasure Eye, where you just get unlock characters as you complete some of the challenges. And another thing I like about it was the freaking story. The story I love so much, how it's about 2 paranormal investigators. Well, not paranormal investigators, just 2 people who are just curious about what happened with Freddy's, and they find 6 tape recorders throughout the older place. Okay. I will admit that the final boss being the phone guy stuffed in an old Morro suit is pretty dope. I will not lie about that. That is, it is great. But that's the only thing saving from it. Foxy, what about the freaking final boss thing, secret boss, where you have to type 2030 and you get golden redder? Bitch, that was added like way late to the game just because of FNAF Deluxe. Also, it's honestly not that interesting because all you have to do is just lure him away. Literally so easy to do. It's also why there's other characters added to the boss. Like, it's literally not that interesting. Okay, obviously, there's a few flaws about the game, so honestly we should just put in a B tier. Because there's a lot of things saving it from being the worst, but there's not really that lot of great stuff about it. But overall, it was great. I do love how it's all the promotion made it all outside. The outside part is honestly the best thing about it. But you're barely even in there. Alright, let's talk about FNAF 14. I personally really like this short, simple game. Pretty much a game of Fazbear fights, adding in another story. Why the hell is it even like number 14? I thought there were 12. Well, Freddy Pop Collector, if you remember him, was going to make a 13 story called The Deep Sea. So, FGF decided, instead of making it his own 13, he might now make it 14, even though The Deep Sea never even came out. I honestly don't know what happened to it. So what do you all think about? Yarg, this is beyond shit. And, average Kirby fan knew it. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you agree with him. There's a lot of positives. A lot of positives, Freddy? Are you high right now? You must be fucking high. You think this game is any good at all. Like, this is like complete shit. Fine, Foxy. Go off again how shit this is. Alright. Easy. You barely do shit in any of the gameplay. And there was supposed to be a full-on animated cutscene, but of course it got fucking chopped because Click Team is just shitty on their cutscenes. Yeah, some of the cutscenes were reduced in some of these games because of fucking Click Team. Freaking no, all that stuff. Not to mention there was this stupid ass new update in Blender that for some reason deleted the Avi thingy, which is why the ending of Phasmos 3 would seem a little bit lax, which we will talk about when we get to that. But yeah, there was supposed to be a dope cutscene. I've had 2 of them, but they got, I don't know, a little miniature down. You know, not to mention it had a somehow more shittier RPG themed in FNAF. Like, what the fuck? Like, sure, the Kingdom Hearts music is nice to listen to, but like, holy cow. Oh, come on. Wasn't my boss fight dope? Look, I will appreciate them using Mr. Fazbear because that is legit your best song. Thank you very much. But it's pretty shitty. Honestly, like the thunderstorms, the flashing, gives me a fucking seizure, I swear to God. Yeah, and then honestly, it's just only there because of fucking Kingdom Hearts. What? What do you mean about that? Well, this was during the time where FGF was in his Kingdom Hearts phase, so he wanted to make a full-on, like, phase 1 of FNAF Morros with these first 6 games, with freaking Fast Fight being freaking chain of memories of, Morros. Yard, no wonder why his ass. Okay. Foxy, Chain of Memory is not the worst Kingdom Hearts game. Yard, and what is the worst Kingdom Hearts game? I personally think it's Melody of Memory. Yard, really? And you played that the most? Okay, but the only good part of it is listen to the music. Other than that, it has shit to no story. It doesn't? No! Literally just the ending, that's it. All you need to do is just get to the ending. Chain of Memory at least had somewhat of a story, which was definitely having filler-ass Disney stuff, even though I love Disney, but the Disney part was just not good in the Chain of Memories. It was just not good there. Yo, why are we talking about Kingdom Hearts when this is a FNAF Morros tier list? You're right, just put this in D tier. Yo, D tier? Hell nah, screw that. We are putting this below D tier. This needs to go in fucking F tier, for God's sake. How do you not understand that? Okay, F tier. Jeez. Also, that's the wrong color. Right, sorry. There. F tier. Alright, let's talk about FNAF Morros 2 Fix in Time. Complete ass. Bro, come on, Foxy. No. This is honestly a downgrade sequel. Really? Even if it takes place in the 80s? Yarg, it having time travel just for it to be taking place in the past is a shitty ass excuse. Like, why the fuck does Morro have powers all of a sudden? Well, I do kind of like Morro's redesign in the game. Yarg, what? Morro wasn't always red? No, he originally was just blue like the original part, but FGF wanted Morro to look unique in each game, so he gave him red, where he just looks like a freaking Michael Jackson knockoff. What? How does he look like Michael Jackson? Dude, he literally has the red pants, the white t-shirt, and the red sweater. Well, actually, Michael Jackson undershirt was black, not white, so he's already just doing it all wrong and such. And plus, the gameplay is honestly... Okay, you know what? The gameplay is honestly kind of good. Even better than the original. Yes, that is one positive I think we should agree on. The gameplay is pretty much a combination of FNAF 2 and 4. Yeah, but it does do it kind of shitty. How does it do it shitty, Foxy? I really want to know. Well, Freddy, since how you kind of asked. The whole game is scripted. So it's really just more of still kind of a waiting game. But it's more like predicting who's going first, which honestly gets a bit boring because I would prefer how FNAF 4 did, where it's just completely randomized. Well, honestly, if this thing had the FNAF 4 randomized, then not only would it just be much randomized and unfair, I think this game kind of benefits for it being scripted, because so then if it was randomized, there would probably be no way of beating it. Yarg, still kind of boring though. Well, I must say, I do like some of the mechanics here. Like how Snowman's able to take your camera if you don't clean it is honestly very beautiful. I don't think so, Chica, because that mechanic does not work at all. How the hell does it not work? It's just broken like that. Okay, so Snowman's just another redder. He really doesn't do that much. And honestly, what the fuck's even with Snowman? He's based off of Mr. Bliss. More like a shittier Mr. Bliss. What the fuck with the eyes? Why does he have normal eyes and not, I don't know, evil eyes? Okay, Snowman design looks weird, but you gotta admit, the Caretaker looks badass. I agree. The Caretaker is probably one of the scariest animatronics I've seen. Like, the fact that it's like some weird spider jester, like, weird amalgamation type thing is just downright terrifying. Probably one of FGF's best character designs. Too bad they nerfed the shit out of him in the Return to Morro's game. Calm down, Foxy. We'll get into that soon. Though, I must say, the story here was kind of lacking here. I mean, the game was way much shorter and way much easier to complete, which I guess makes sense. Though I must say, the Night 6 boss fight was kind of dope. Having the slow down Shadow Bonnie music really made it felt cool. And having the all light and be purple, I love that very much. But you're right, the story is just not that much. They just time travel and that's it. There's really no impact to it. Sure, you're playing as Fritz Smith, who got fired and now is getting somewhat of a redemption, but that doesn't really go anywhere. The only thing story-related is just showing the aftermath of the previous game for some reason. And you just have some audio lore of just, I don't know, security breach. Well, at least there was one, but pretty much that's it. Really nothing so special. Yeah, honestly, can we just put this in C tier and move on? What about the Shadow boss fight? What Shadow boss fight? Actually, no, it wasn't a Shadow boss fight. It was for like a Showtime Golden Morrow Redder. Bitch, that was just lame as hell. Put this in C tier right now. Alright? Fine. We'll put this in C tier. Now let's talk about another sub-series that I think we're supposed to... I'm pretty sure FGF made to based off of Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. The Return to Morro's. Yarg. And this was just complete ass. You just say this with all of them, don't you, Foxy? Okay. No, look. Look, at least this one is actually ass. I have to agree with Foxy, man. I don't know what the hell's with this game. Like, the map just looks weird, and the models, yeah, oh god. They're not great. How are they not great? Literally all of them have the same body model, except for, like, I think, Snow. Well, of course that makes sense, but they're just not right. I mean, it's honestly why, FGF decided to just turn back to the originals for the second game, because these new models just were not it. Well, first of all, they nerfed the shit out of Caretaker, making him just another Morro wannabe, which is honestly just lame. Oh, come on, guys. We gotta admit, Desuo was cool, right? Yarg, Desuo literally just has Spider-Man outfit, but green. Like, what the fuck is that all about? He looked cool. Yeah, he may be cool, but, like, why does he exist? What's the purpose of him there? Also, we have this another badass animatronic of Patrenz, a freaking penguin with a freaking sharp claw thing. Well, there's one thing I really loved about the game is the ending. Yarg, what's so special about the ending? They literally just kill off the main character just like that. Like in Fires of Morros, Thomas Geller survives like easily peasily, but in this game, nah, he just gets fucking spring locked. Yeah, and turns into a Springtrap wannabe for some fucking reason for the future. Yeah, the Return to Morro's game were just there just to set up some things for Fires of Morros 3. Although they don't really stand on their own, honestly. Sure, they had updates, but they don't really benefit themselves in a way. Yo, like, I remember one of the fucking phone calls, literally just someone yelling the Mimic, which made no fucking sense. Could we just put this in D tier and move on? You really just want to move on? Isn't there more to talk about? No, there's not. This game is just useless, honestly. Well, it did came out in 2023, which we all agree is a shitty year, right? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. So yeah, D tier for that one. Alright, Return to Morro's 2 The Fancy Cafe. And it's alright. Oh, alright. That's a nice change. Well, the one thing I do love is how it's the only FNAF game that FGF made that's actually difficult. Fires of Morros 3 can be difficult. Yeah, but this one's definitely difficult in some way. Like, the characters actually try to kill you. They feel like they're trying to come after you. Like, Night 6 and the old challenge one are actually intense. It's honestly it actually has better gameplay, I must say. Dude, Foxy, have you not seen the new update? What new update? In the recent update, FGF just adds in lots of characters that just made no sense. Yo, can we get to that later? Can we just talk about the characters they choose now? Because it's actually very interesting. Yeah, there's no, like, Morro Writer Snow and Phil, like, thing anymore. You just have Morro, Golden Morro for the original cast. Caretaker's there as well. And you have Desuo and Patrenz. And we also have two new characters with our Resulta and Pangea, which I think are nominal classes. I do love the vibe that this game was trying to give. Kind of like Traverse Town and Dream Drop Distance. In fact, this whole game was trying to give a Dream Drop Distance-like feel. And I just love the vibe of the Dream Drop Distance. Too bad Dream Drop Distance had fucking Pokemon thingies. Shut up. The Dream Eaters are goated characters. You will never understand. Anyways, I agree with Chica. The vibe this had having like some type of fancy like area was just so cool. Sure, the maps could have been better, but overall, the yellow lighting just always makes something better. The fact that each night had like music playing while you were beating the knights just gives the knights a bit more awe and more feeling, in my opinion. But, of course, the shitty-ass update had to ruin some of that. Yo, how did it ruin all that? Whoa, it just added characters for no reason whatsoever. Yo, like who? Weather, Snowfill, Golden Morro, and another character named Charlie Blue were all added in as, like, ghosts that just make the game so much harder now. Yo, I like challenges. Who's Charlie Blue again? He is a capybara animatronic. Well, why was he made? Well, because by that time, FGF went to Peru last year, and it affected him so much that inspired him to make capybaras, like a representation of Peru, you know, type of way. Yarg. I love when countries get represented in FNAF games. What? You know, I don't know. It just shows how much people appreciate them. But what about the story? Well, the story isn't really that much. I do like how that is kind of brutal, how Bertrand just take out Morro's eyes. Yeah, well, that's fucking it. Like, there's really nothing else. That's literally just there, just so that Morro's eyes can be different in the third game. So I also think we just keep this at C tier. It's not that interesting. Well, honestly, I think there's a lot of things that really benefit, so I think it should be put at B tier, honestly. Fine, B tier. Now let's go with the new one, and arguably the best one. Five Nights at Morro's 3 After the Fire. So what do you all think about it? I'm mixed on this. Yeah, I'm mixed on this too. Same am I. That's shocking because I'm also mixed on it. Let's just go over the positives of this game. This game is big. Yeah, big. And it feels like an adventure. Yarg, it really does. You're pretty much a paranormal investigator that goes to some, like, Fazbear facility, underground facility type thing, and you just explore the whole place. It's like Ruin, but in Click Team. And in the end of each night, you get this little FNAF Classic Night section. And it's always different each time. Though it's not like Final Wars 3 where you get to choose what you do. It's all scripted and such, you know. It's not like changes and stuff. I must say, the story is so much better here than before. Having you team up with Morro and all the other Morros to take down the Mimic is honestly so cool. And such. Too bad the finale was kind of weak, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, I must say, you being able to collect prizes throughout the whole game is so cool and so fun. And the fact that some of them even involve lore is even great. The best type of collections are definitely the Morro reports. Like, they have so much lore, and they're honestly some of FGS's best voice performance, because he actually does, you know, do well on, like, some of the phone calls. I agree. And the fact that you have difficulties so you can change how hard the nights are, it's honestly so good, and I really love that so much. And the cast of the characters are honestly all peak. Like, the fact that they're not all phantoms honestly makes the game so much better. Yeah, thank God it was only just 2 of them. And the fact that all of them are based off of, or like, tributes to, like, old past fan games is honestly so good. Well, to be fair, this whole game was supposed to be a tribute of the previous 10, or should I say 11 FNAF games. Like, there's literally references to all of them in this game. Not to mention, you have also, like, other Easter eggs of, like, well, there's, like, I think there's a Poppy Playtime Easter egg in here. There's also an Easter egg of certain YouTubers that FGF enjoys. And oh my god, the credits of this game are fucking peak. Yeah, they almost come out of a fucking movie. Like, it was just all so good. Yeah, but can we get to the cons of this game? The cons? What cons is it gonna be? Well, the fact that this game should not have been a fucking Click Team game, and it should have been Unreal Engine. Yeah, you got a point. This game, while being somewhat good as it is, it does not fit the mood as a Click Team game. It also should not have been a Click Team game. True, this should have been Unreal Engine. You know what the benefit would have had of an Unreal Engine game? We would have had cool cutscenes and such. Back to the pros though. The fact that the 4 places you time travel to in this game are based off the first 4 worlds of Plants vs. Zombies 2 is honestly so cool, and a nice callback to some of one of FGF's favorite games from the past. That's just amazing. Yarg. But not to mention the post-night free moment stuff is actually somewhat interesting. Like, the fact that you have to use a fast wrench or 2.0 during, like, the second half is cool and all. And another pro, at least for me, is that they finally bring me my glam rock form. They actually did it, and I look fucking amazing as both a Wild West and Captain Pirate type thing. Yeah, that's cool, but what the fuck was with that net? Why does it look like a fucking, I don't know. Wait, not a net. Is it a net? Chica, it's a fucking lasso, not a net. Then why the fuck does it look like a net? Modern age would do that. That makes no sense, Foxy. But let's talk about that final night. Oh my god, that final night. That was honestly just peak. Yes, it was. The fact that it actually combines everything you learned from the past 4 nights and rolls them all to one is so perfect. And to think, what this game was originally supposed to be is so much different to what the game turned out to be. What did the game was originally supposed to be? Well, it was supposed to be a combination of FNAF 3 and Sis Location. It was going to take place in a school, and it would just be Sis Location, but with FNAF 3 characters. Yard, that's boring as hell. Thank God we got this instead. And thank God all the characters are phantoms, even though we already said that. And let's talk about the Mimic's design, because I love the Mimic's design in this game. Yard, I gotta agree. The fact that the Mimic's wearing a spring bodysuit that the Mimic made from memory, and the fact it's not accurate to what it be, it's such a good representation of what AI does. I honestly love it so much. But his boss fight is complete dog shit. Yeah, FGF did kind of rush the boss fight a bit. And it would have been cool to see a FNAF AR type thing click team. Yeah, I don't know, some people might hate it. But I think my least favorite part is how this was made during some of the Blender updates where they removed the Ave thing. Because of that, the final cutscenes are like complete ass, and it's such a shame because of how cool would it have been. But though, to be fair, FGF kind of revealed the Mimic way too early in some of the trailers, which is honestly a mistake he should have done. He should have never done, because the Mimic just looks that cool. Yarg, and the fact that we were gonna get a nice 6 DLC that could have included the Shamrock Morro Chrome character, which also looks fucking gorgeous. I mean, that greenery texture on him is just gorgeous, along with some other things and other things. It's just so much missed potential. And the fact that we could have gotten probably the most badass custom night. Like, the third fact, FGF was going to call the custom night the Office of Assemblage. How badass that would have been. Yeah, that would have been so cool. But, you know, you gotta move on with certain things. Yarg, I feel like we should just put this in A tier and finish wrap up. Not thinking about this is actually kind of sad. I mean, look at this. None of these games have reached S tier. That is such a shame, but it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe if FGF eventually wants to make a Phantom Morris game, or 4th game, and make it based off the jungle, maybe that would have been S tier. Maybe it will. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens in the future. But I highly doubt Phantom Morris 4 is happening at all. But that is the Phantom Morris tier list. I hope you enjoyed us ranting about this game. It definitely went chaotic. Yeah, it did. But overall, this was actually fun to do. Yeah, we should do another one at some point. Yeah, I agree. Not sure what we should do next. That could pretty much really be rage baiting. Yar, I think we should rank something related to PvZ next. I don't know, that'd be something fun to do. I don't know, Flourish isn't done yet, neither is the PvZ DLC. I think we should wait before we do something like that. Maybe we should rank the Star Wars movies next? Yarg, that would be something. Not sure when, but that would be something fun to do. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video of us ranting. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more rankings like this, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody!